Curb and gutter along Clark Street and along Alabama Street, all in the name of erosion control. Also along Empire and then down Boardman. Those projects are being designed presently for implementation in 2012. So we've identified areas along where the curbs are going in and where we have some natural catch basins that are collecting water as areas where we think planting trees would be more than sustainable in the long run. So that's the tall and short of our 2012 agenda. We consulted with some folks on what kind of costs are involved. We got some pretty current unit prices of these species. We selected the species based on their hardiness and their suitability for our zone, based on, again, feedback we've received and gotten from contractors who are in the business, this business. We've got a planting cost for labor and a supplies cost, and then these three numbers times the number of species equal the cost that we would be requesting from the BNRC in this expedited year. As is typical, we take the cost then times the contingency, so we would spend up to $104,000 in actual buying stock and getting it planted in those locations that we went over on the three maps. Then, like any project, the care, we are asking for at least year one's cost to take care of it. Again, I'm told what I'll explain in a second is that we want to do this completely on a contracted service. It's sort of our year one. It's a little bit of an experiment. There's been some concerns. Well, geez, we got all the remedial guys out there working, and they're being paid for with separate dollars. How are you going to keep things straight? So we thought the best idea was to just, bid out the job as it's approved by you guys. Get a contractor out there. They would do all the planting, and they would also warranty all the stock for 1 year. And in order to secure a warranty with the stock provider, you have to have an operations and maintenance plan in tow. Otherwise, you don't have your warranty. So the way in which, in a nutshell, we're talking about a $240 bill for each of the plantings, made up of the details as is specified here. It's set up as $15 per tree. $15 per tree per week. Time the 18 weeks when you should really be doing that type of work for labor and equipment, and that includes what it says here. You have three waterings, the pruning, and maintaining the soil retention basins around the base of the tree to make sure after year one they're as healthy and as robust as they were when we planted them. So that's the tall and short of the proposal. Again, in our original proposal, we tried to follow the rules relative to an expedited. We of course proposed it as a 10-year plan, and we wanted to pursue year one based on this proposal. But based on the questions from staff, we put together the addendum so you would know more precisely. Of course, we asked for up to $500,000. This is more specific. Quite frankly, we have a lot of areas we would like to be planting trees in this year. These were the only ones that sort of qualified under this expedited, getting it done now versus couldn't it get done in years 2 through 9 or at some point in the future. So that's our proposal. To the extent that we need any additional soils or compost, that would be Butzel proposing kind of match to the project. And we'd like to just get out there and start planting. So, Madam Chair, that's what I have.
All right. Do we have any questions from the council?
Most of those trees are deciduous trees. Just explain why you pick. I mean, mostly it's pine and fir.
Well, Well, the spruce are
Yeah.
they're those, but I'm not the expert, but I'm told that these species in particular are best suited and will survive and can survive in our climate. They're the most popular that have been picked by our urban forestry board and for street trees and our urban areas. The more you get up on the height of a pine tree, the more costly they are, the more difficult they are to maneuver around. So that's as much as I can tell you. But Tom, you have anything else to add?
It was mostly recommended by the contractors. It's suitable to
John, who's the design committee?
The design committee of the Granite Mountain.
Design committee did select the location of the trees.
At the Granite Mountain, well, it started back in 2000, Larry. People who were really behind the Granite Mountain Memorial project in 1996, we got it 1/4 built. And then in 2000, when we, decided that, we wanted to concentrate much better reclamation looking west from the memorial. So several members of the public, members of the Butte Restoration Alliance, it was in that period of 08, 09, 07, 08, 09, where ARCO and EPA sort of, NVDQ kind of sponsored a kind of a design meeting, if you will, for all of the amenities that are part of the memorial and the Mountain Con Park. And out of that process came the actual locations of the tree ponds. Anything to add to the answer?
That's more how your description of how the memorial landscaping turned out. The position of the tree pods was less by committee and more by engineering. Arcos engineering just fixed the pods that were suitable.
When they were doing that reclamation here, they had these dozer basins that they built right into the design so that the soils could be quite a bit deeper. And so part of it.
We have some conversation.
Oh yeah.
And there has been engineering expertise.
Oh yeah. This is not just me taking spots on it, please. Yeah, no, thank you. No, it's a good question. It's not me. This is a pretty well thought out design process.
I'd like to say generally I'm favorable to the idea from the outset. I like the way it's been presented. It seems to address the criteria that we set out. When I look at the map, it seems to me that both ARCO and MRI might also like to participate in the synergies that are going on in this space. And if we could turn our half into a fourth or a third, that would be a good thing. Has there been any conversations with ARCO or Washington Court about participating in this one?
Well, let me say that the tree pod soils depth, that was all done by ARCO under EPA order and as part of the cleanup that was completed in 2011. The curb and gutter program is going to be done by ARCO, and to the extent that we need extra soils and extra compost materials to build up those soils, they're in on that. So we could go further. I was thinking that perhaps if we could get some type of authority to operate like this, then the sky's the limit on making connections. We also have other players. Many of the ideas that we're going to discuss later on tonight with respect to the public ideas are all about trees. We have a diversification project with the amount of support that has been going on. We have the tech greenhouse. So all of those partners come into play if we can at least have the opportunity